Welcome back, my DIY nomads. Today we are in Bridlington and we are settling down. We've got 3 days here because we wanted to get out of Newcastle, and today I just wanted to sort of show you guys around my van the things that I didn't show you before because I was getting the van ready for the tour. But we have been really blessed here. The owner of the coffee shop where we're going to be doing our viewing here in Bridlington, he's called Oakley and he owns Northman Coffee, and they've been such legends. They've been helping us with parking outside the front of their house so we won't get a ticket. They've let us into their home, they've taken us round, they've shown us, they've just been awesome people, and their family are really cool and everything like that. So a massive shout out to Northman Coffee in Bridlington. Really cool guys. Oh, and they do the most mental vegetarian burger I've ever had ever. But yeah, what I wanted to show you guys was certain things like the swivel seat that's actually rotated, my little mini fridge that I got, my pantry that I don't think I've really fully shown off yet, and like a little, I'm just going to give you guys like a little micro tour. Obviously the van is still not finished and there's still plenty that I want to get done to it, but for the moment and on the tour this is working really well, and I'm choosing where to refine things, where to add things, what I want stuff to look like. So it's a really good period to sort of take at this point before I really finish it off. It's really given me a lot of thoughts and it's allowed me to sort of really refine my design. So you're going to have to excuse the mess in here. Obviously, with all the gear that we've got to do like a mobile cinema, we've had to take up a lot of the space up front. But with the bolts undone below, I'm just going to remove this headrest here. Forgot about that one. Ta-da! As I mentioned before, I'm still trying to get the knack of it. I'm learning it a little bit as each time I do it. But it is a little bit tricky because obviously the seat's so wide that it just fits in the space as it is. So you do need to do a bit of back and forth to get those angles in to eventually get it round. But it does open up the space more and can be a really useful feature. Next up, in my kitchen area, I did this little latch, and what I'm going to do is I'm thinking about sort of, as I mentioned before, cladding up this front. I'm hoping that the cladding might like sort of run around this this latch, which would be really nice because it'll look really flush, but then open it up. And behind here I've got my little Vitafrigo 42i, so 42 litre sort of fridge. And it's a great little space. Hardly got anything in there at the moment. Now I did a lot of research in regards to the fridge, and there are sort of there's loads and loads of options. You can have like 2-way, 3-way, so that basic 2-way or 3-way, you know, determines whether 2-way is like 12 volt or 240 volt. 3-way also includes the ability to run on gas. I obviously wasn't going to run on gas because of, like, you know, how I've been trying to get rid of gas, so I'm just running on diesel and electric. And then there's compressor and absorption fridges. I chose compressor because all round in a camper van experience it's more useful. So some great advantages to compressor fridges over sort of absorption fridges are that you don't have to have them on a perfectly sort of level ground for them to run properly. And they sort of do work better with moving around and vibration and all that sort of stuff. They do have more disadvantages apparently. Like, they do say that they're noisier than absorption fridges, but honestly this fridge I've got, occasionally the compressor bar comes on and I can hardly hear it, so I wouldn't say noise is an issue at all. This fridge uses 260 watts per day, which is negligible, especially with my 200 watt solar panels on the roof. It's not an issue at all, which is really great. So I can have this on all the time, never have to turn it off, only if it needs sort of, you know, cleaning, servicing, etc, yada yada. So it's a really big advantage there. As you can tell, I haven't been able to use my pull-out bed because the length of this box means that I'm just having to rest part of my bed on this box instead, but it's worked fine. What I wanted to show you guys was my sort of pantry style food storage area, which is this angle bit. I don't know if I've already shown this to you, but what I'm going to do is I've got a latch here, but it's crap, so I'm going to remove this anyway. But I'll put it out as far as it can get at the moment. It does come out a lot further than this, and I've got storage down there for all of my pans, pots and pans, toolboxes like cereal boxes and everything like that. I've got more space up here. This has been so useful. This is a huge amount of storage. So if you imagine here, this sort of goes all the way back to sort of around, probably around here actually, maybe even a bit further. So that is a vast amount of space to put food and all the big objects that you just want to get out of the way. A little update on the bed, because that has seemed to just have exploded as a video. I've got so many views on that and it's really, really cool. This bed's doing so well. I had someone say they didn't think it would take more than 7 stone, but I think Dave weighs more than me and I'm 12 stone and he's been up there many nights now. It's been handling like a champ. I haven't needed to glue it just yet. I haven't even glued it and it's still stuck up there perfectly fine. There's no creaking, there's no breaking noises every time he gets into it. So I'm really, really chuffed with this. And I think it is a very good, viable option for a bed in a camper van. But that's just a little update of what's going on inside the van. And I'm going to give you guys a full, proper tour once I've got it back, finished it off, and I've got all of this extra gear out of here so that it isn't taking up all this space, because that's when this camper van will hopefully shine through and it will look stunning. So you guys aren't bored with my ugly mug, I'm going to ping you over to some awesome stuff that we've been seeing on this tour, some cool shots, some drone stuff. Here we go. Guys, we've woken up in Durham and it is snowing.
I thought it was a bit cold last night.
It's snowing, I can't believe it. I haven't seen snow in so long. It was definitely a bit cool last night, but we got the heater on and we were absolutely fine. You can see it coming in down here.
No, I wasn't cold in the van at all.
No, it was lovely.
It was just when I was walking to the toilet and I froze in 1 minute. But this all makes it all worth it.
Well, my DIY nomads, thank you so much for watching my video. Please subscribe, like and leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time.